Now we're moving on to the next section. There is my project that we've done. I say I've left it plain. You can decorate it any way you want. But I'm just going to show you how easy it is to make a wrap or a box or a lid. Now just explain. That is the lid there. Now you can make a separate lid and that just goes over the top. You've got various apertures that you can cut out. This is the long one that's going to go with the fish, so you can decide on what aperture. I'm going to show you that in a minute. So you can either have a lid with, you can put some acetate on the inside there, and so it's really nice, or you can just make a lid. Well, that's for the square one. That's clever, isn't it? There you go. Well, this is an example of a box, one of the boxes you can make. The same, say it's basically the same technique, and you can make your frame and then put it in a box if you want to, or as I say, there's another example of just putting a lid on the top. So you've got three options in your download for making these different things you can put over the top. But this is a wrap. So if I show you this, you'll know basically what to do with the others. So again, you just put this, I've got the same matching card here, but you could do it in any colour or whatever you want. Where there's a dotted line, very simple, you just score through it. And I say I normally give it a couple of swipes and just swipe through there. Now I could do the wrap where there's no aperture at all, but I'm just going to give you an aperture option. So first of all, always do your creasing, because once you cut it out it's more difficult to do that. Now here you've got these options here of how big you want the aperture to be in the wrap or the lid or the box, whatever you want to do. If you go 2 in here, that will give you a nice frame, that will match up with the frame around there. But I'm going to do 3, go in 3. So if I take my ruler and then just put that in the right position, and this should fit nicely over the frame. So you could do this in a different colour. As I said, if you want to make a nice picture, you could put some acetate at the back of this, so it's not going to get dusty. And I usually do my straight lines going one way first and then do the opposite way. So I'm just going through there. Just take your knife and just go through carefully, and then just feel it, make sure you're not going to the wrong one. Yeah, it's that one there, like so. Now when you cut these apertures out as well, you can save them and use them on another crafting project. Just feel where it is. I think I've done this right. So that should just come out of the middle there, like that. There is your aperture that we're going to create. And I'm going to just cut this to size now. Actually, before you do that, this one is quite wide, so you might want to take a little bit off, so when it wraps over. So I like to take a little bit off the end, because you can see you want that width, so it flips over. So I like to take whatever you want. I'm taking about 1 inch off this one. Maybe take a bit less off this one. Turn it round. Always make it easy for yourself. Just line that up. I think I'll take that much off. Maybe I might have to take a bit more off now. It's been a few weeks since I've made one of these, so I am doing crisis crafting. So I know this is the width of it. This is the width here, as you can see. There's the width there. So that's right. So you just need to trim the edges off now. Turn that round, and I've got I did trim the template to size a little bit, so I've got room to hold it down with the masking tape, so it's not moving around. Okay, so there you go. Now that template you can use time and time again until it disintegrates. But then again, you've got the folds, and I like to fold over as accurately and as neatly as possible. Get your basic fold first. Boning tool, give that a crease down. Looks a bit like a dog's hind leg. That. Not done that quite right, have I? Not having a good day today, me, am I? Just fold that over and give that a crease down. So that's going to fold over like that. And you do the same on the opposite side. Like so. Same here. Take a little bit more time, obviously, when you're doing it. And then a good idea, I need to crease that first. Crease it. So it's a good strong crease. You don't want any flappy creases here, do you? Right, now, good way of doing it is turn this upside down and put your frame inside. Just gives you something to butt against, as it was. So then you just fold that over, and that's going to fold over there. Make sure everything's okay. Make sure it's in the right way. If it's a little bit sticks out there, you can trim it with your scissors later on. Just get one side looking good. So I'm going to put some glue along there now. So your picture frame's inside, you hold that in position, and then we're going to have a little bit of glue on the back. Don't go right to the edge, just this little, probably half of it, something like that. Always put your lid back on because it does evaporate and it gets thicker if you don't look after it. And then because you've got the frame inside, you just stick that together. And you see this little bit here? That's nice there, but this one's got a little bit edging off there. So I like to kind of just trim it up gently. Just push that out a little bit. And the other way would be less stupid, wouldn't it? There you go. You can see that it looks a bit messy to me. So I'll just take a pair of scissors, run it down, and just trim it up gently so it looks better. So then you've got a nice frame, a nice wrap to go around there. Now this could be in a different colour. So then, you could, as I said, you could put some acetate on the inside before you stuck it together. So that fits in there. So theoretically, there's your wrap. You can make it to stick on the wall. You can put your fish in there. You put your acetate in, and then you slide that in. And there is your finished project. Well, finished for me. Pop that to one side. But as I say, if you add some acetate there, you've got some various options there you can play around with. Now there you go. So what that'd be really good, you could make some be great for Christmas if you did it in red and green or just white. You could put some Christmas trees in there, you could put some 3D objects. Great if you're doing your decoupage, you could have roses in there, you could have flowers or any kind of thing. You could make some lovely snow scenes, put some acetate, you can make some shaker boxes, so you've got snow going all like snow globes, everything going around. That's just showing you how to make the basic box frame, and from that you can make loads and loads and loads, well, hundreds of different combinations of things you can do. So that is the fish, and that is the box frame. I hope you've learnt something today. Well, I certainly have. Now don't forget, you can do something like this. That's a bigger version of this. If you want to know how to do the swirls in this, you can always go to, well, I'll just give you a quick example. What I've got here, you just cut strips of paper like that, and then you get a pen or a pencil, and then up to you decide what you want to do. You roll one way like that, halfway. This is just a scrap of paper, just give me an idea.
But if you do want to see a full demonstration of this, if you go onto the website and just type in Grayling, that's Grayling, into the search engine, that will take you to a project where there is a full video showing you exactly how to make that from start to finish.
Yeah, now these were just bits of painted paper, but then you stick those inside if you want to create the waves. If you want to get the gloss, that really glossy effect, we've got a coating that we use. I think Barry's got a picture of it. He can show you. There you go. you can see that. That's the one that we use, and I think it's fantastic. I've had one bottle and it's lasted me months. You just put a very thin coating on. As many coatings as you want, you've got there like that.
And that's also, as it happens, available on the website as well.
Yeah, that's available there. So that's various versions of what you can do. Now listen, what we're going to do now, obviously we're back here next Saturday. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, if you've not watched it live, you can watch all these sections bit by bit. There will be going on, you can download, don't forget, and download all the images. During the week coming forward, there's going to be a special project going on there. That's already pre-recorded. So if you're into your harvest festivals, you might want to make one of those beautiful loaves. Anyway, there'll be a step-by-step for that. Barry's also going to film in a minute or two the actual picture that we made as well. So it's taking that, what we've done today, making a much bigger version. A big 3D frame. There you go. It looks lovely now. And you can see that, and what we've done there, it's all 3D'd, and we've put some fairy lights inside it. So it's all backlit, and the lights thread behind the fish. So it looks lovely. It's a lovely welcoming sight when you come home, that is. So there you go. So what we've shown you today, you can go from that to make something like that. It's exactly the same. Well, the picture frames, just a 3D picture frame, but the fish are made exactly the same way. Anyway, we'll see you again soon, and thanks for joining us.